Black coffee with a side of tea starts now only on Stunner Radio.
Hey guys, welcome back to Black Coffee with a side of juicy tea as always, and a side of tea as always. So we know we in November. It's going to be Thanksgiving, so make sure you do everything you can to be thankful for the things you do have. So this is the girlfriend's destination. So if you don't have girlfriends, make sure that you tune in and find you some girlfriends. We like friends. We are great friends. We friends with each other. We friends with other people. We just friendly in nature. So I'm gonna bring my girls in. Come on, girls. Let's do the sister check in. Let's do the sister check in. I can't hear y'all.
Hey, hey,
Okay, I can't hear y'all. I was getting mad. I was getting nervous.
hey. How y'all
Yes.
doing?
Hey, everybody.
Yes, come on,
Hey,
Wakanda
I know, right?
forever.
Wakanda forever.
I'm loving it. I'm
Yes.
loving it. I'm gonna have to go in Harvard and give me some fabrics. I'm gonna have to go to the fabric store, darling.
I'm feeling my African roots and I am,
It's coming
channeling
through
my
tonight.
ancestors. I don't know what
Yes.
tribe we from because, they took that from us. We don't know what tribe we from. But I
Come on now.
know
Just make up a tribal name, honey. Just make you a tribal
it's in
name.
there.
It's in there.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to make
come
me
on,
one up.
make you
But
one
I'm
up.
so ready for Wakanda Forever. I've been waiting for the longest. It took forever. It feels like forever for this movie to be done. So I'm super excited about it.
I'm
Yes.
so excited too. Friday
I
can't
know.
be
I'm kind of
here
looking
fast.
forward to it. I'm also looking forward to it. Kind of
Yeah,
bittersweet because of Chad, but I'm definitely
absolutely.
looking forward to it.
Absolutely. They've been keeping it a secret who the next Black Panther is. And I'm glad they did. I'm glad they kept it a secret and not put it out there
Expose
to
it.
make you it really makes you want to look at the movie. And then like you said, it's bittersweet for, Chadwick. It's because that's who we knew as Black Panther for a
Right.
long time.
Right.
And so I just love how similar it is to reality. That's the part I like. That they took the time to truly make the movie because it is what you're fighting for precedence in a country all the time. Us as Black Americans, we always are on the fight. We have to fight for pretty much everything that we've gotten in this world. So I love that is what that movie is about.
I agree. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm not really sad because of Chadwick Boseman because I feel like he knew he was sick. He knew he was
Mhm.
dying for a long time. He knew before anybody.
Of course,
And
yeah.
he did this movie before he got really, really sick. He put everything he had into that movie.
Everything.
So for me, it's like I'm not sad for him. I'm more sad for the people who don't live like him. Like
I agree with that.
we ain't even dying. We that we
Mm.
know of. We don't put our
Yes,
all
that's
into
right.
things. So somebody who dying, like he put his all into that. He had every excuse to just fall back and say, I can't do as
Yeah,
much.
Absolutely.
I'm
I
sick
agree.
or whatever. So for me, it was an example of me for me to whatever you do, put your all into it because the fact of the matter is, none of us know how long we have.
Exactly. Absolutely.
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
sure when Takeoff came here to Houston, he had no idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
I definitely agree with both of you
Yeah, I'm
ladies.
sure he had no idea.
Yeah, I'm sure you going out and you're not thinking about that. You're just thinking you going out to have a good time or going to see the city. You're not really thinking that that's gonna be your last breath out and about hanging out with. your uncle. You know what I mean? You're not thinking about that. So I definitely prayers go out to his family.
Absolutely.
And on my behalf, I said that about Chadwick because T baby, I agree with you. Like when you get familiar with somebody or something, like that's what that's what you're comfortable with, or you're expecting it to be. But like you said, Lisa, I definitely agree. The way that his work ethic was, that was
Absolutely.
outstanding, especially knowing that you were sick. So I agree with both of y'all to that on that aspect.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's inspiring.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
took my words. I was just about to say, it's very inspiring. It makes you go back and look, well, why was I complaining about that? I need
Right.
to be 10 toes down with myself if I'm not with anybody else. He was 10 toes down with himself. He did, even when he didn't feel well, he still pushed through. I know a lot of people, we make excuses for the smallest thing, and give up on on stuff that we should have took to the limit. And that's what he did. He took every blood, sweat, and tears, even when he didn't feel well, to push through and made this remarkable film that everybody looks forward to seeing, and have watched a million times. Every time it come on, you watch it a million times, and you saw something new that you didn't see the first time.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
that just makes you want to work even harder on everything that you put your hands and your mind to.
Yeah.
Period.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
I
think
went
that's
and
one
saw that
underrated.
movie 5 times.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Multiple times. You didn't. The cost didn't matter. The how long the film
Right.
was. Nothing mattered at that moment, but the inspiration that you got
Behind
from
that
that
movie.
film. It's just like
Absolutely.
Woman King. When you go
Mhm.
in there, and you see it twice,
Yes.
or you getting ready to go back and see it again. It inspires you. You walk out with a new sense, a newfound sense of inspiration and purpose for your life. You get up and you grind every day
Yeah.
because you got that inspiration from somebody else. And that's what film should be.
Mhm.
Film and television, you should have those shows that make you want to get up and say, well, dang, I ain't do this. I
Right.
ain't put so much effort behind this. I need to do a little bit better. I need to get up earlier and put my grind on. It makes you want to grind because, like
Harder.
you said, Lisa, we don't know the day nor the hour. So it's you supposed to live your days like it's your last
Yeah.
and enjoy them. Be in the moment, in the moment.
Yes.
Not always trying to pick up your phone. And that's something and people fussing me all the time, like, you never taking no pictures. No, because I'm in the moment. I'm in that space. I'm in that time. I'm making those memories so I can remember them in my mind.
Mhm.
I might
Yeah.
take one or two pictures, but being in that moment is much better than taking a picture to
Right.
me.
Yeah, it's nothing like it, and especially when you kind of forget to take pictures. That's how you really know, like, okay, I'm living in this moment. It's not necessarily. It totally slipped my mind, just to take
Right,
one picture at
exactly.
least. I was looking good too, like, dang,
Right.
So
That's when you be looking the best when you don't take pictures. When you take
yes.
pictures, you be like, oh, I could have did that better. I could have did this better. But when you're in the moment, that's what life is about. It's being in those moments, making those memories. That's the important part of being a human being on this earth.
Right. Absolutely agree.
I'm
Well,
loving
as far as the sister
colors.
check-in, boy, y'all quiet tonight. I'm scared to talk. Y'all quiet.
Well,
Y'all
I had a
quiet
good.
tonight.
I usually go last. I'm gonna go first this week.
Okay.
I had a good week. I really can say that. I really had a good week. I was. li- I'm just gonna say that I was present in every moment,
Okay.
and I was present in every moment. And I know a lot of times we don't always be present in the moment. We're too busy trying to do this, that, and the other. I was present in every moment that I experienced at work, at home, on the phone with whomever. I was present in those moments, really paying attention because I know that a lot of times I can be looking at the phone and still talking to you and still trying to do something else, but I was present. in those moments. So I'm 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 doing better about being present in the moments. So, but yeah, I had a really good week. Um, my cruise is getting closer. we
Mhm.
had a we had a family meeting, and when I tell you, the laughter was the highlight of the meeting. That was the highlight. Like just everybody laughing because we all are some type of comedian, and that's the part that I love about my family. We all have some comedic side to us, and everybody has a different way and sense of humor that I love. That's a highlight for me is being able to laugh. And when I tell you I laughed and laughed, when you crying and laughing, that's laughing. You laughing for real.
Yes.
That's the good laughter. So that was the highlight of my week is having the family meeting and just laughing and everybody putting in they five and six cent about everything, and it was a joke at the end of everything. So yeah, that was the highlight of my week.
That's good. My week was
Well, I had a
productive.
really awesome week.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Zoe.
I had a productive week. It's getting close to that time for this little baby to come. So I really just been trying to get everything like school wise, just taking care of it and just kind of preparing around my house and just trying to stay ready so I don't have to get ready, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That part.
So nothing too crazy, but I did have a pretty good week overall. So it was great.
All right.
Okay, that's what's up. I had a great. I would say my week was magical. I had a
Oh,
magical
magic.
week.
Come
I
on,
just
Magic.
had. Yeah, I had a very, very good week. It was magical.
Magic.
I had, first
I'm
of
loving
all, it was the 1st of November. So
Mhm.
I love November so much. November is such a good month. And I just always have loved April, November, October. I don't know what it is about those months, but those 3 months have always been very good months for me. I don't know what it is. I need to look that up, or T Baby need to tell me what that
Yeah,
means.
she need to
But
tell
Well,
you.
April, that's your
April,
birthday month.
November,
You were born. You
October,
were born
well,
in
April,
April.
obvious,
Right.
that's my birthday
Duh.
month. But I don't know about October.
Duh.
October and November have always been just like crazy great months for me. So I love November, and of course it's Black Men's Month. And so I could not wait for that to start. I was brokenhearted because, the death of Takeoff kind of hit me. I'm not no diehard Migos fan, but
Right.
Right.
it was Black Men's Month. I was riding high on our, Black Men's episode and all the things that I've been kind of producing and putting together for Black men, and for a Black man to be gunned down in such a way. Now, I'm not saying that his life is more valuable than anybody else's,
Right.
but what I
Absolutely.
am saying is he and his group mates made history that can never be taken away from them. They
That's true.
changed the sound of hip hop. This current
Mhm.
sound that we have now, that came from Migos. I don't care what nobody say.
Right.
When you first heard them come out with all the crazy ad libbing and all the fast talking, and even their style of performing, that was
Right.
different.
Yeah.
It
Right.
was different from anything we've seen. So in my eyes, they have always been trailblazers. And even though I didn't like all their music, I love Bad and Bougie. I love T-shirt. I couldn't stand Versace when it first came out. But after it
Versace.
was out for a few months, I was like, Versace, 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 Versace. It
Yeah.
couldn't get out my head.
And they got catchy after a while.
Yes, I
Exactly.
mean, you can't help it. It just like it grows on you.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it was just sad for me because I don't know, just hearing all the theories and hearing everybody say, blame him. It is just a lot. It was a lot for me.
Yeah, I think it was a lot
So I
also.
had to,
I think the biggest thing for me was that it was so close to home. So
Right.
it was really
Absolutely.
yeah,
close. It's in Houston. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is our backyard. We're at home. And
At a
just
bowling alley that I've been to before.
that part. You're at a bowling alley.
Right.
Whether if he was or wasn't shooting dice allegedly, whatever the case may be, this is a known place that people go. You know what I mean? You take your kids to the bowling alley. You take your children. You go with your family.
Right.
to a place like this, and just for that to happen, it's devastating, you know.
It was
Absolutely.
Very
devastating. And for me, I you know, I take things a little harder than a normal person, I think, because of the way I'm
Right.
made. It took me all the way back to Nipsey. It took me back to Pop
yeah.
Smoke.
Yes.
I mean, it
It
just
took me
took
back
me
to
Absolutely.
back, and
Montgomery.
I started grieving all over again. It even took me back to Kobe, and I was just like, "Oh my God, I need to get out this funk." But when
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
lose great people, and again, I really do not want people to come for me. I ain't comparing him to Kobe. I'm just saying, and I'm definitely not comparing him to Nipsey, but I'm
Yeah.
saying for me, they were kind of the same as far as important, you know.
Right.
Modules,
I don't
modules.
know, but from what I'm
They were
seeing on
modules.
social media, people,
They were modules, like you said. They set the new
Precedent.
tone. They set the tone for this new generation. And you're right. A lot of the rappers that came after them kind of have that same niche. You know what I
Yes.
mean? They kind of
Mm-hmm.
have that. And before, nobody really did ad libs and stuff like that. You're right. You're 100% correct. So y'all set a mark. Y'all set the bar for certain rappers now today. You know what I mean, for the new generation. So it's definitely a hard pill to swallow because they were modules. You know, like they might not have been as important as Nipsey and Kobe. You know, but they set the tone.
Yeah.
and anytime somebody is unique for me,
Hmm.
because
Right.
one thing I know, it's easy to be like everybody else.
Right.
Easy.
Right.
It's hard when you are born different and when you are unique. And
Absolutely.
of course, people giving them accolades and hands now, but everybody know, anybody know who's different and who's unique. You was like that before people knew who you was. So
Hello.
Right.
before they was
Exactly.
clapping for you, they was
Yep.
capping on you, and they
Yep.
Right.
was talking about you, and they was putting you down. So the strength and the courage that it takes to get to their level is something I will always respect,
Yeah.
because
I agree.
they didn't look like, everybody look like them now. But let's think back a
But
little
they
bit.
Do
had
not
their
look like
they
them.
had their own. They had
They
their
had their
own little
own swagger,
swag.
their own
Yep.
style.
Yes, let's
They
think back a little bit. Dreads, come on. Wayne was wearing
right.
dreads. Yes, of
Right.
But not a lot of
course.
people were
Wayne
really, not a
poet.
lot of rappers had dreads. You know what I mean? That's
Right,
not what you're doing. The
Right.
right. And I'm not
Migos
saying,
definitely had a different aura to them. You know, they had a different
yeah,
swag. You know, that's drip, whatever whatever they
yeah,
say now.
Right.
They definitely had their own thing going on. Like not a lot of people. Nipsey wasn't dressing like that. You know what I mean? Lil Wayne
Right.
might have had the dreads, but he didn't dress like them. You know, he didn't
Yeah.
have that tone like them. You know, it's totally different. You know, so I
Yeah.
agree.
and they, to me, they are history makers and they're
Yeah,
trailblazers. And my heart goes out to Quavo and to Offset, and I hope and pray that they are in counseling, because that is something. When you look at T-Boz and Chili, they never really got, come on now, because that's a blow. When somebody
Yeah.
that you have performed with and went on tours with and all this just taken from you like that, that's hard.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a real blow. So I hope that they are in some type of therapy and counseling, and I hope people will give them their privacy and their respect that they need
Absolutely.
to grieve, because that's tough, man.
That is
But
tough.
look at the
It's tough.
society that we live in. Look at the society that we live in today. I personally, I wish that was the case. I wish that would happen. But until
Right.
the situation is kind of rectified or comes to like a head, they're going to keep trolling. They're going to keep insinuating this and insinuating that and making it seem like this and making it seem like that. Look what they said about Quavo.
Right.
So it's going to be a minute before they're able to have peace on that situation, I believe.
What they say about Quavo?
That he like initiated he was like the
The
reason why
initiator. Hmm. The
he got
reason why he
shot.
got
He
shot.
was like starting the argument is what they were trying to say.
It's
Well,
so many stories out there.
it's
It's
a
so
lot of
many.
stories,
Yeah,
and it's
it's a
always
lot.
going to be a
A
lot of
lot of narrative.
stories. It's always going
That
to be a
part.
lot of stories, because
Exactly.
you know how it is when Biggie died. You may not know, Zoe, but for me, when Biggie died, look, listen, I was on my way. I remember where I was when I heard Biggie die. I was on my way to church and almost didn't go to church. I was like, wait, hold the up. Biggie?
Mhm.
Not Biggie. I just was hurt, like devastated. Not big. I was devastated. And for years and years, people done said all kind of things about who's behind that.
Yep.
So we may
So
never know, but
I can
the
relate
point
to that
is,
because my only devastation, to rappers and anything like that was Mo3. That broke my
oh,
soul.
Oh yeah.
I was hurt. I was hurt.
again,
I
close to
cried.
home.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
my
was close to
family's
home
from
too. It
Dallas.
just
My
was like,
family is
what?
from Dallas. Yes, my family
Yeah.
is from Dallas. So that really was like, oh my God, on the highway? Like,
Crazy.
wait, what?
Right.
It's gotta be a
Yeah,
video. You know what I mean? Like, this gotta be
Mhm.
something else. This can't
Right.
be real, but
Absolutely. Yeah. It's just,
I was
it's
hurt.
just, it's just,
especially
it's so
when you
senseless.
heard the details of it, like
Yeah.
he's trying to get
Right.
away. In your mind, you thinking, oh my God, that one
You're
hurt
just
me too.
imagining it. Yeah,
I
you
mean,
Yeah.
just
because
like trying to play it
yeah,
back. And then you got rappers online like, man, somebody holding up the freeway, woo, 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 like going off. And it's like, hold on, did you have
Right.
some part in this? What's cool? What's really going on for y'all to really post this like that?
Right.
What's happening? And it's so sad. It's still sad to me. I love
Yeah.
Mo. I love it.
Very,
It's
very
Movember. It's
satisfying.
Movember, y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to dwell on that too much because I'm getting all in my
sad.
feelings again.
right.
You
But
can't help
it
but
was a
to.
good week.
Can't help but to. But yeah, it was shocking too.
Nevertheless,
Yeah, it was a
yeah,
rough week. Let's say that. It was
It
definitely
was.
a rough week.
It
It
was.
was
It
a
was.
rough week.
It was. It was. But
yeah, it was
we're in the month
bittersweet.
of thankfulness, which should be all year, but we in the month of Thanksgiving. So and
Absolutely.
and Wakanda forever,
Forever.
which is
Wakanda
next week.
forever.
Which is next week, Wakanda.
Yes, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So,
Well, Friday gonna be bananas.
with that
We
being said,
already know.
you
It's
already know.
going down.
I'm just thinking of how many times am I going to go to this one?
Oh my God.
The last
7.
one I went 3 times by myself in times with other people. So I don't know how many times I'm gonna go to this one.
Mm-hmm. I don't blame you.
But anyway,
Okay.
let's take a quick break, you guys, and we'll come back with the social media stories of the week.
Some juiciness.
Has your path to success been blocked by lack of training, outdated skills, or just feeling like you can't keep up with advanced technology? We have a solution for you. TT Innovative Solutions can help get you on track and assist you with the skills and services you need to achieve your goals. If you need website design, virtual conference hosting, technical skills development, help desk support, and more, TT Innovative Solutions has got you covered, and they're here to teach, train, innovate, and solve. Visit ttinnovate.com today for more information or to book an appointment. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Beautiful.
We're back.
Yes, we're back. Beautiful tribute.
Yes.
Love it, love it, love it. It was so much to talk about this week.
So,
It was-
what social media story caught y'all eye the most? I got a feeling I know which one caught y'all eye the most. But which one caught y'all eye the most?
it was so many, Lord Jesus. It was just
I know.
it was so many ones.
So
just-
for me,
Well,
I
I'm gonna
don't
tell you
know if
one
this
caught my eye the most
what was that?
because we talked about them on the show. You already know where I'm going. These people, we talked
Oh,
about them a couple
yeah.
weeks ago.
The guy, the funny guy, LaTruth, and his girlfriend or his wife. I mean,
No, we may have talked about him too. When I'm talking about Blueface and
oh, for sure.
Oh
what's her name?
yes,
Yes, child.
that one.
Yes, they so full of
That
drama. It
dramatic,
don't make no sense.
dramatic debacle. Yes.
Yes,
They doing the
but
most this
but
week.
she's not dumb though, and that's why I like Krishan because she's not dumb.
Right.
You can't make me believe
Right.
like you. I don't believe that. I believe when you're placed in a certain position,
Mm-hmm.
you just might go along with anything that is surface. You feel me? Like you just might go along with certain things because you're trying to stay in your bag, you know? But to at a certain point, it has that the nonsense has to stop.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, it was a
What is
lot.
going on? What do you think is going on? Like, are these
So
publicity stunts?
that's what I'm starting to think because
Right.
the messages that she posted, she said, "You don't like me for real.
Oh,
You just like me for what I can do for you, you know?" And he did respond like, "You're messing up my image now." Like, yeah, you
oh,
already know what it is. You're damaging my image. You're bad for my image. But pause. You
so
didn't play
she
your
stopped
baby
me.
mama like that. You not playing your baby mama like that.
Well, if you
So
think it's
wait
a
a minute. He
publicity
don't
stunt,
have a baby with Krishan?
no,
No,
no
What?
kids,
no. She was
no
on.
kids.
Okay. So this is what I was telling you a little while ago. Blueface had a show called BGC, which is Blueface Bad Girls Club, kind of like.
Right.
Krishan was pretty much the only one that was on there knocking bitches out. You know, she was pretty much the only one on there that was
Fighting her way to the
has
top.
spunk or whatever it is. You know, she's young. She's fresh like 22. She's young. She's a young female. So he has carried her, you know, with him. You know, you got this popping song that bust down, Tatiana bust down. I want to see you bust down. You popping. Now you got a show.
Right.
And now you need something else. Like you need something else because all these other rappers out here have 5 and 10 baby mamas.
Right.
Well, you pretty much in the same boat. He already had a baby with that girl that went
Mhm.
on one of the girls from Bad Girls Club that did an interview with Megan James. She already has a baby, and she just had another baby
Mm.
by Blueface while he's been with Krishan, but they technically weren't together
That sounds messy.
because he doesn't want to settle down.
That sounds real messy.
Yes, very.
It
It's
sounds
really
real
lame.
messy.
It's really lame, and I think
Very
Krishan
messy.
knows what's going on at this point.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, I've been quiet for so long, but now you defending your baby mama against me. I got a problem with that,
Mm-hmm.
and rightfully so. Like you can't make that girl look that dumb.
Right.
Wow.
So I agree with you when you say it's a publicity stunt. When he say you making my image look bad. So basically, she started talking beyond her role that she was supposed to be playing.
That part. That part. Now you talking too much.
You having an opinion. You want to go to the social media and talk about what's going on behind closed doors versus just being quiet and being the arm candy. Now you're doing too much.
Yeah, but I also
Mm.
think she be beating his ass too.
She probably do if she was fighting like you say she wasn't better.
And I think at a certain point he has to kind of like defend himself, you know, like hold
Absolutely.
on, you gotta chill out, you know, because I seen a video where they were like out on the street and Krishan was like, come on, like grabbing him and she kind of just fired off on him like a few times and then he kind of was like he reacted, you know, he did it back to her and it was like, yeah, she be whooping your ass.
Mm-hmm.
She be
Mm-hmm.
on your head all the time.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
It just looks like a whole. It's just very toxic. It looks very.
definitely a debacle.
It's a debacle and toxic all at the same time.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a whole
definitely toxic.
debacle, a debacle I would never want to be involved in
Yeah.
ever in life.
But
Period.
I do agree with Krishan when she made the comment about his baby mama going on doing the interview. You know, I
Mhm.
don't know if they had enough to pay Krishan or not. That's not my business. What is my issue is if you asking so many questions about Krishan, why you don't have Krishan on there? How another woman gonna answer for me?
Exactly.
I'm confused.
That's crazy. That's just like one of us going on the show and then they asking questions. Well, how is Lisa Danae? I'm not
Well,
answering anything
you
about my
should
friend.
have had
I'm gonna
her
let
on
her
the
speak on her
show.
own.
Yeah,
You speak for another person because that's that person.
that's how I feel.
But
Especially if
a
y'all
lot
ain't
of
cool like that.
people do that though. A
Yeah.
They
lot of
do
people
that.
will go and try to speak on behalf of somebody
Somebody
else.
else, right?
Yes,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. A lot of people will try that shiggity, and people will try to get close to people who they think know something and start asking them, well, what is she really like? And what is she? You don't know. Just because you saw this person with me, they don't know me,
That part.
They
They
not
don't
even
know me. They don't really know me.
right. They know what I want them to know.
that
Hello.
happens a
And
lot.
I might plant on purpose so you think that's what I do, and that's not really what I do. Because I know you're a mold. So I'm gonna tell you some shiggity on
Some
purpose.
nonsense. Just
Some
feed you a whole
nonsense.
bunch of
That's
nonsense.
me. I'm gonna make up a whole story.
I've done that before.
Uh-huh.
I've done that before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
So
had
have
a
I.
meeting. I had a meeting at Stunner Radio, and I said I was getting ready to do something. And I don't know if y'all remember, but it was different from what I was doing. And I said, this is a new division I'm getting ready to start. And I wasn't. But I said, let me see where the repetition, who gonna repeat this
Comes
and to
in there.
whom, and where I'm gonna hear it back from. And
Exactly.
in less than a week, I
Oh
heard
yeah.
it back from somebody else. And I was like, okay, based on who I heard it from, I know where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, it's a weeding out. It's a weeding out process because
Exactly.
a lot of people, and I think that's what these rappers and these celebrities, they need to understand that some of these women just dealing with them for clout. You know, they say it all the time. They clout chasers. And
Right.
so if they can get an interview of their mama, their uncle, their sister,
Whoever.
and
Just
it
so
just
they
don't
can
make no
say.
sense.
Just so they can say that they've been around that person.
Yep.
And
And
keeps a mess going.
exactly. Because they getting a check from it. That's why you see people run to TMZ and all them other,
Reporting in the blogs and
exact
doing all
reporting
that
in
messy
blogs.
stuff.
Probably the blog writer. They probably writing the whole story.
No, they have the blogs on speed dial, boo.
Exactly. Well, I was sitting in the corner last night and I seen such and such, such and such. That's crazy. That has to be
It's
tiring.
crazy, but it's supply and
They getting
demand. Because if
paid.
we
Look,
said we don't care, they get paid because they know we care. But if we got to the point where we were like, okay, we don't care about messiness no more, tell us something different, then they
Right.
would have to change. They would
that'll be a
have to
different
change.
ball game. Yeah.
Exactly. You agree, you're right. I definitely agree
Because
with that.
have you noticed that when it came to like the Kardashians, people used to care about everything they did.
Everything.
I mean, if they went to the grocery store, if they changed their hair, if they lost
Right.
weight, if they did regular stuff, people used to
I
care.
cannot
When people
stand
stopped
it.
caring, they had to get more dramatic. They had to do
I
more
cannot
dramatic
stand
things because people just stopped caring.
They did.
I
It's like
cannot stand it.
And I think that's what
Especially
we
now
have
that they
to
don't
do.
have the show no more. Especially because they
Well,
don't have the show.
they do.
They still have a show.
They do.
Okay.
They have a show on Hulu. But the thing is, I think they have lost their audience because they oversaturated us. And
Yes.
I hope that's going to happen with Messi. I hope that especially Black people get sick of Messi so much that we just stop paying attention to messy people.
You talking about Black folks. Stop it.
There's always hope. There's always hope.
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
Yes.
Keep hope
Yes.
alive.
Oh
Because
my
you
God.
already know. Look at you.
Yeah.
Keep hope alive.
Yes. Keep hope alive. You
Keep
know,
hope alive.
but on those lines, we're talking about I mean, y'all sent me a lot of stuff, and it was so many things I wanted to talk about in the videos that we, we were sharing together. I don't know where to start, but I think I'm gonna start with this one because it's kind of like what we're talking about. Not really, but we can make it work. So
Okay.
I just want to talk about this particular video because I just felt like it was really, I don't know, I want to get you guys' take on it because it really, I don't know, I enjoyed what the lady was saying. So let's take a listen.
Oh yeah, I like her. I like her. She has a
And me, you
podcast.
guys, and it's a tool in you that helps fix something in me.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not just about this.
Mhm.
It's like, no, utilize them. When you need some gentleness, call Shekinah. You need that.
Yeah.
When you need understanding, call Braylon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you need to feel alive, call Ashley.
Yeah.
Those are tools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a tool. And we take for granted the people that we have in our lives and the gifts that they possess.
And it's not normal.
We take
It's
that
like
shit
you
for
say all the
granted.
time, we can never treat this as common.
We
Because
can't.
and people don't get to
not.
experience this, bro. It's almost unfair.
Okay,
Period.
ladies,
I
what do
don't know
y'all think
about
about
y'all.
that? And
I
what
don't know about y'all.
what tool do you think you are?
I think I am. I can be. I'm a multi tool.
Yeah,
So
agreed.
I'm a great listener. I'm the friend that you can call, and I'm gonna give you the rationale. I'm gonna listen. I'm
Yeah,
gonna think about what you told me, and then I'm gonna spit it back to you in a rational sense. I am the bubbly, exciting one. I feel like I've always been a big kid. I've grown. I'm a grown woman, but I'm still that big kid that loves and get excited about the little things in life. So that's me.
I think I'm the realistic one. Like I like to put things into perspective, and I like to be optimistic and stuff like that. But overall, I'm being a realist. Like we got to really break it down and see, like, okay, where do we start? And sometimes you need that too. So I think that's definitely what I am. I'm definitely a overall, good listener. Same, T baby. But overall, I think putting things into perspective is my biggest thing. Like, is it good or is it bad for you? Which one is it? I think that's my biggest tool.
Mm-hmm.
What tool are you, Lisa? Are you a multi tool? I think you're multi tool.
Maybe,
I believe so.
but I think for the most part, I'm the one you come to when you want to feel alive, because no matter what's going on, I'm about okay. But what we doing right now? Like we're alive. let's not worry about yesterday. What we doing right now? I'm the one who I'm just grateful to be alive. So when people come to me with a whole lot of sob story, it's hard for me to hear that because I'm like, okay, what we doing right now though? Like, let's be happy to be alive. I feel like I'm the one that's going to help you be grateful for whatever you got. I can't dwell on what you don't got.
Yeah.
And I can't dwell on what happened. I like to dwell on what in the now. Like where we at right now. Okay, where we at right now, because we all can put out a long list of people that did us wrong, didn't love us right, put us out their house. I done had a long list of people to put me out, and some of the people lived in my house. But I can't worry about that. Even when they did, guess what? I stood outside the house and said, at least I ain't dead. At least I ain't dead. Like Miss Silly, I might be black. I might be ugly, but I'm here.
Right.
I'm that friend. I'm that friend that's going to make you feel alive because, look, I just feel like life is too short to care about silly stuff.
That part.
And everybody can't take that. I understand everybody can't take it. Because I had a friend who called me and was complaining about, well, it's a dude. Well, she don't want to go trick-or-treating with him. And, I'm the only one that, I'm the parent that takes care of all the holidays and blah, blah, blah. I said, who cares? Y'all child is healthy. Y'all child is okay, healthy. I had a sick child that was in the hospital. I had a sick child that couldn't walk, was in a wheelchair. This was around the time when he was doing all this complaining. He couldn't get it. He was like, well, it don't mean my complaints ain't valid. It means don't waste time on stupid stuff.
Yeah, you can't cry over spoiled milk, and I mean, your situation, it's always somebody else in a worse situation. You know what I mean? So you have to be grateful for what you do have, and be humble. You know, you really have to, because I could cry about trick or treating. I can't go trick or treating because I'm pregnant. You know, we could complain about that all day, but as long as I'm here today, I'm gonna dress your ass up,
Yes.
put that costume on you, and send your ass out the door. Have fun.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Because
I
I'm
think that's
I'm still here.
I think that's my role in the friend group, is to just be happy for today, because guess what?
Mhm.
Tomorrow's over, and no, tomorrow ain't here yet, and yesterday is over.
Yeah,
So let's
a
just
new day.
exist right
It's
now
the
and be happy
past.
for today.
Yeah, it's a
Yep,
new
that's
day.
the past already.
I agree. I definitely can see that. I can see that for you, Lisa. Definitely. I know that. I know that part. You like, okay, we're here right now. What we doing right now? No. So yes, I totally agree. I totally agree. But
Yeah, I feel like we
today,
could spend some time on some stuff, but let's not spend too much time on it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Not too much.
like
Not
we
too
can
much.
talk about it definitely. Let's get it out there, but let's not
Get it off your
wallow
chest.
over it. Yeah,
Let's
let's
get it
not
off
wallow
your
over
chest. Don't hold it.
it. Yeah.
But then now what we about to do?
Yeah, I'm not a wallower either, so I think that's a good thing too, because it's like sometimes you really just have to be like, okay, this is what happened. Now we move on, and what are we gonna do right now?
Yeah,
How are we gonna pick up the pieces?
right,
And that's why I said realist, because
right,
we're gonna pick up the pieces. We're gonna get you up. We're gonna do what we need to do and go on about our day, whether it is or it isn't. We're gonna push forward, keep on
Mm-hmm.
pushing. You ain't gotta have a smile on your face, but you're gonna keep pushing
Yep.
regardless of what's going on. So
Push through.
definitely. Definitely.
I could see that.
And I think the point of her video was that you need all of that. You need
Yeah,
all of
Dude.
that. You need the
agree.
realist. You need the spiritual person. You need the person that's
Mhm.
going to tell you which moon is acting up. Because that's T,
T
baby. She
baby.
going to tell you, look, it's a full moon in Neptune. She going to tell
So
you what the
hide your
hell going
kids,
on.
hide your watches, hide everything you got, because there's some shit going on
Yes.
in the atmosphere. Be
She going
careful
to
when you
tell
go
you
outside.
what's happening.
Yes.
That's right. She gonna tell you to get that cinnamon, honey. When I got that text about that cinnamon, I was like, okay, hey,
Come
let's get
on.
it.
Yes.
Hey, listen.
You need all that. And I
You
think
do.
I
You
agree.
need that
people make a
from
I agree.
mistake. People make a mistake when they want all their friends to be alike. Well, if we all alike,
That's weird though. That's weird to me.
That's
That's
what
weird.
makes that's what makes friendships last, is when you're different people.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't
right,
want everybody to be the same. That's crazy. That's like
right,
paper is a cookie cutter. I don't want a
right.
cookie cutter friendships.
Yeah,
Because that's the case. I can be friends by myself. I don't need other
I
people.
don't need somebody that's just like me.
Exactly. I
They're
don't want
gonna be telling me the stuff that I already know.
exactly like you repeating my thoughts. I don't need
Yes.
I don't need me repeating my own thoughts to myself. I need
That
someone
part.
outside of me that thinks differently than me, who actually might see something that I don't see. And that's
Mhm.
part of having real friends. They see what you are so conditioned to see, they see outside of that.
Yeah.
They look
And
on the outside.
for me, going back to the video, if I can't call you and get the uplifting that I need, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like why are we in the same friend group if you're an uplifter too? You know what I mean? Like why are we in the same friend group? Because it's not working.
Yeah,
Sometimes
and I think
you do need different things from people, and that's why God puts you in place with people, because you have to really be able to be in tune and get certain things from somebody.
right, right. And I think that when you get older or as your life changes,
Mhm.
that changes too.
Yeah.
Like
Preach to the people in the back. They
one
don't
problem I
understand.
find, yeah, one problem I find with friend groups is sometimes you change, okay? And I think
Mhm.
we all have
Mhm.
experienced this. Sometimes you
Mhm.
change, and then you come around your friend group and you can't really relate to the new you, so you start acting like the old you to make them
Yeah.
comfortable.
Mm.
Mhm.
But it's not helping nobody.
It's not helping.
It's not
It's
helping
definitely not
nobody. So
helping
you
you.
It don't benefit you.
It don't benefit you at y'all because you sitting there miserable pretending to be something that you're not.
But I think that's when the releasing comes in. You know,
Mhm.
sometimes you do have to let
yes,
go of certain things in order for other things to come in. I genuinely
Wait a
believe.
minute, who is this on? Who's this on the left, top left of my screen? Who
I
is that?
genuinely believe that.
I'm just messing with
I do.
you. Who is this at the top left of my screen?
Hmm.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Someone's
But no.
releasing.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It
Yes.
is
Yeah.
important. It is
It
definitely
is.
important. And like Lisa said, when you get older, and I think when we were in our 20s, I know when I was in my 20s, I was like, no, these are the friends I'm gonna have forever, forever, forever.
Mhm.
But that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Um, life life takes toll, family dynamics change, and who you are as a person when you start growing and you start gravitating to other stuff that those friends are not into.
Yes.
Then you complete that's where the breakup happens. And so you realize, okay, well, when I get older, I'm not gonna have as many friends, but I'm gonna have some friends that are significant in my life that brings things to my life that are important. You
right,
have to be inspired by your friends too. Like you
right.
want somebody that inspires you. You don't want nobody that's taking. I don't need takers.
Yes. I want to be inspired. That is so true, T baby.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was watching a video clip of Oprah and Gail, and they were talking about the fact that they had been at some event, and people were asking people, how many friends do you have? How many people you have in your friend group? And they were laughing because people had 5 and 6, and they was looking at each other like, where they getting all these friends? But
Exactly.
I think we look at it different. Like, if you got two good friends,
You
you're
make
winning.
look.
Okay.
You making it. You're making it.
Right. That's why I say it starts doing when you get in your 40s, then that's when you realize how minimal your friend group is because in your 40s, if you're not stable, then it's understandable. But when you're a stable woman who's been through some stuff and you've grown and you've done you're still doing your healing work, you don't even look the same. Like me and Lisa say, you look in the mirror, you don't even look like the same person you were 2 years ago. You understand why your friend group is small
Yeah.
because everybody cannot. You're not for everybody.
Right.
You're not the cup of tea for everybody, and
Yeah.
that's
Right.
okay. But
Right.
I know when we was in our no, I know when I was in my 20s and my teenage years, we were always trying to. I know I was because I'm a friendly person. I was like, well, why they don't like me? But then I had to realize as I got older, everybody's not gonna like me because I'm this bubbly person.
That
Some
part.
people be like, don't you
Not
always have
even.
you never have anything going on? Yes, I do. But I look at the positive side of stuff.
Mhm.
Right.
But not even just being bubbly. Some people just don't mesh with your personality. You know what I mean? You
Absolutely.
might wanna, say what's really on your heart, and they might not be receptive of it. Everybody
Right.
is not receptive of reality. Some people's realities are tainted. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
that's true. That is very true. Like it's just the reality, especially as black women. We know
yeah.
that we go through a lot of shiggity.
Yeah, because I can honestly say when I was like fresh 18 to 25 maybe, it was like, oh, you think you got all these friends, you think you have all these people in your corner that you can call. But
Mm-hmm.
when something really happens, like life
That's
changing or
testament.
Yeah, when it's life changing or anything like that, you don't have many people that you can call. You have maybe a handful, and when you really see that and go through things, you're like, okay, let me reevaluate the word friend, you know?
That's why I use it very lightly. Like
Yeah.
Yes.
I use that friend very just like the word love
Yeah.
and friend. They mean the same thing in my
Yeah.
dictionary. The word friend, I evaluate you just as much as you evaluating me, and maybe more
Well,
so.
that's a very
I
good
didn't pull
point
you,
that you made.
I didn't pull your chart and
That's a
everything.
very good point that you made about love and friend, because I think it's the same for me too, because I have a lot of friends that I am a friend to, but
Say
people
that
that are
again.
friend to me, people who are friend to me are very, very few, very few. But
Yeah.
see, I am the type of person that I am a friend. Like, I don't necessarily need you to give it back to me. When I was young, I did. The
Mm-hmm.
older I get, I cannot change who I am. I am a giver. I am a loving person. I am a friend. So anybody who need a friend, I could be that. But the trick of it all is who is a friend to me, and that is
Right.
the number that's very few. But as far as me, a lot of people consider me their friend, and they were right on that. I used to say, I don't know why she think I'm her friend, but
Woo, girl,
now, now
baby,
I
I
realize
remember that
because
neck
I
roll.
am.
I
Your
used to
neck
do that
roll.
too. I used to do that too.
Like, what
Why
is
she
she
think
even
I'm her
talking
friend?
about? We are not
We
friends.
are not friends. But now, like, the older I get, I realize I am her friend. If the person is saying that, I am their friend. I have been a friend to them.
Hmm.
But ask them if they my friend. That's
Yeah.
when the tables turn, and
I
the
don't
truth
know. See,
comes
we
out.
different on that part because you gotta be my friend for me to be your friend, baby girl. We
That
gotta
was
be friends.
me. That was me when I was younger. But the older I get,
Yeah.
because I accepted who I am. And who I am is I'm just a loving, giving person. That's just who I am.
Yeah.
Now, you're not going to use and abuse me now.
Okay.
You're not going to use and abuse me. After you done showed me that you're not worthy, I'm not going to be your friend. But
Right.
I am the type of person, I could be a friend to anybody. You bring me somebody broke, busted, and disgusted and say they need a friend. I'm there. That's me. That's who I am. I don't have no requirements. I don't have no prerequisites. That's just who I
Look
am.
at look at Zoe's face
And
like
that's a
what?
dangerous way to be.
It
Mm-hmm.
is
Oh,
very
it's
dangerous.
That's
dangerous. It's no
scary.
joke. It's a dangerous way to be. It's a hurt. You are hurt many, many times, but it's just who I am. And I just recently accepted that. But I also learned, don't just give it to anybody. Don't cast your pearls among swine, as the
And
Bible
see,
say. But I got so many people that can, if they told the truth, they would be able to, yeah, she was a friend to me. Oh, yes, because I was. Because I
okay.
have given and done for a lot of people, but they haven't done the same for me. And that's okay for me right now in this stage of my life.
Right. And I think you saying about being hurt, it's a lot of hurt and pain in that. I think that's my biggest fear because I did do that before, I did kind of get used and I did, get abused type thing, and it's like you don't want to continue to repeat a cycle that you don't have to. So now in order to protect myself and the people that are around me and that genuinely love me and my friends, I'm not going to bring anybody else into that. And I don't know for sure or 100% if you are for me or not. I can't do that to myself.
See, that's the
I
tightrope that you walk. That's the
that's
tightrope
a
that you
tight.
walk. And I had to learn that. I had to learn, and it's very hard. I'm not gonna say it's an easy thing to learn. It's a very hard thing to learn because for many years I was closed. I ain't let nobody close. Who is you? Who is your people? What you
Mhm.
want? God damn it!
Yeah,
Because I
what
know
is
the
this?
because I know the type of person that I am. But very recently I learned I do not want to let nobody else's behavior change who I am.
Yeah,
And I am a lover. I'm a giver. I am a friend. I'm the true definition of a friend. I
yeah,
ain't gonna let nobody change me. But what I learned is do not waste, don't waste quality on fools.
Right. That
And
part.
yeah, and be true to yourself. So I learned to be true to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And if a person comes to me and I see them as worthy, I'm gonna be their friend. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna expect nothing in return. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be open and I'm gonna be their friend. But the moment they show me they are unworthy, bye. And it ain't even no hard feelings because
Yeah.
everybody ain't worthy.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
My
yeah.
best friend used to be like, "Who is this? Who is this new chick you got around you?" And it's like, okay, after a while, I had to really be like, okay, you must see something that I don't see.
Absolutely
Let me
she
take a
does.
step back. And I am younger than my friends, so it's like, okay, maybe they do see something that I don't see. So let me reevaluate. And so that's kind of why it really ain't no new friends for me, y'all.
But see, for me, I welcome new friends. I welcome it because I know I have a lot to give. I have a lot to give. And it's part of my purpose on earth. It's part of who I am.
Okay.
So if that's just a place of growth that I've made it to. Because before I was on that same thing. No new friends. Friends who? Nigga,
Where?
please. I wasn't with it. But now I have grown to a point where I know that's part of my purpose. And a lot of people who need a friend don't even have it in them to be a friend back. They
Yeah.
can't. And
Yeah,
that's
they're not
fine.
capable.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
some
give them
people are not
what I
capable.
meant to give them, and I'm gonna move along.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
you come into people's life on purpose.
Yeah.
You're there
Yeah.
for a purpose.
I agree.
You're there to give them a lesson. Maybe you're there to touch them, to give them a wake up call. You never know what your
Your
purpose
purpose for
is.
them
But
is. Okay.
but I think y'all know that I haven't always been that because I have
Oh, I know.
it's
That's
hard
what
for
I
me.
said. I know.
Oh,
It's
I
very
know.
hard for me to let go of people when I feel like I can still help them. So
Yeah.
I just be like, oh, but I can give her this and I can help her and I can do this. But I learned it's
Mhm,
somebody else who needs you. Let that go.
Yeah. Me
mhm.
You've
and T
given
Baby
them
on the
what you
same
were,
page. Me and
yeah,
T Baby here, we like,
yeah, you've given what you were meant to give. Now move on.
long.
And I
Exactly.
had to learn it was more of me walking in my purpose and knowing what I was here for and
Yeah.
knowing what I'm here to give than to just stay on one person who just bent on being a fool. I don't have time for that. And I think if we all learn that, especially people who are gifted and empathic and full of love, it's a lot of people walking around here full of love, but nobody gonna get it because they've been hurt, they've been abused, they've been dogged, they've been stepped on, and now they closed.
The door is closed,
Yeah, they
honey.
closed.
Mhm. The door is not
Closed.
open.
Closed.
And
I,
that
I
makes me sad. That makes me
it
sad
does.
because they
It
have so
absolutely
Yeah,
much
does.
to give.
it
I,
does.
I'm like Lisa. I have a lot of people. I have people gravitating towards me, and for a long time, I was like, why? Why are these people gravitating towards me? Um, Even when I was, just being me, just like in my own, not even trying to engage. I just have people who or speak and smile, and they when they pass me, it's like an energy transfer,
Yeah.
and I don't think people pay attention to that. Like I forgot where I was going. I was coming out of somewhere, and this lady, she looked up to me and she said, "Hey, how you doing?" And everybody else she passed, she didn't do that to. But when she got to me, she said, "Hey, how you doing?" and smiled and stuff. And so I don't take that lightly because I know that it's something that she needed from me in that moment
Yes.
when she
Yes.
passed me.
So,
Yes.
so I'm gonna tell you my story because that used to always happen to me too, T Baby. And then when I met Lisa, we had this event, and she was like, "You are so beautiful. Your dimple." Like she didn't know me from a can of paint. T Baby, she didn't know me from a can of paint, but
But that's us.
I was also like already eyeballing and looking at her lipstick, like, okay, I like that. Okay, I was already like, okay, who is that? Like, you just pee people, and then conversation began, and then she invited me to do the show, and so I never really knew like what not just that, but I never knew like why people gravitated towards me so much until I met Lisa, because it was like she was like, it's something about you. You have this greatness about, you have something good in you, and I can see that, and it's like, damn, nobody ever told me that. But people tend to, cling towards me or want to have conversation or just know who
Right.
I am, not just because I'm pretty, but because of who I am, like my name or my dimples, like something has attracted this person to me.
Right.
And so
Absolutely.
that's
You
my,
have that it thing. Yeah,
yeah.
you have that it thing. Like, and a lot of people will walk past it and be like, yeah, she got it, but so what? I'm not that person
Mm-hmm.
because do
Mhm.
you know it was many years in my life where I couldn't go nowhere, especially no church. They will always pull me out the group. And I was like, oh my God, leave me alone. Because
Yes.
I felt like I
Right.
was being picked on. But they will
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
always pull me. You right there, come here. You
Yeah.
got this gift. You got, and I'd be like, oh my God, I just want to live. Leave me alone. But then I realized I was like, this is not a bad thing. This is
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
good thing. You know,
Right.
so now I literally have it blew my mind when I did it, and I started doing it more. So I saw this young man and I just saw something special about him. And back in the day, I wouldn't have said nothing because I'd be like, I don't want him to think I want him because I'm old enough to be his mama, all kind of reasons of
Right.
not to say nothing. So
Mhm.
I said to myself, I don't care. I'm gonna say something. And I said something to him. I gave him a compliment. I said, I just love the way you work. I love the way you do your job. Like you are awesome. Like I just want you to know, I think you the bomb. And
Right.
I thought it was goofy because for one, he was young, you know,
Right.
and I was using all these old words. You the
Right.
bomb, and I think you great. And I in my head, I'm thinking he thinking, okay, Granny. That's what I think. But little did I know, so many people heard about that. Like he told everybody. And then
Mhm.
after that, any opportunity that he saw, every single time he sees me at work, if it's something that even look like I need help, he right there moving everybody else away. I got it. I got it. I got her. I got this. And I was like, wow, I didn't think what I said meant
It's
that
the
big of
little
a
thing.
deal.
It
It
was
was
the
just a
little.
little
He
thing.
needed that. He needed that word. Those words of encouragement.
Yes.
Because he hadn't gotten it from anybody else. Nobody. He
And
was. He felt
that's
unseen. He felt unseen, and so you saw him.
Sometimes that
and
little
that's
bit
what I
helps.
learned.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Sometimes
what I
that little
learned
bit helps.
from, huh?
I said sometimes that little bit helps. Just even a few
Yeah.
words of encouragement from somebody you don't even know.
Random person.
Sometimes that really like give you a pat on the back, like, okay, keep going. Like, you
Yep.
know, it's really
Yep.
Yeah. And
motivating.
that's what
It's
I
encouraging.
learned instead of holding on and keep encouraging people who don't even much want to receive it, or they just secretly in competition with you, or all kind of really silly stuff. Instead of keep going back and forth with them, let them go. Okay, bye.
Mhm.
It's somebody else who just need a word of encouragement, who
Yeah.
needs somebody to root them on, who needs
Yep.
somebody to encourage them, tell
Exactly.
them they doing good. I don't have time for that. So
Yeah.
in that video, what I got of what she was saying is because the lady at the end said, a lot of people don't get to experience this.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me because it's true.
It's very
So
true.
many people don't have friends to tell them, oh, you looking good, T baby. Or okay, Zozo coming through with the wisdom. Some people don't have none of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Their friends will see them doing good or see them doing something different and just act like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Their
Mhm.
family act like it's nothing. So what I took from that is don't devalue what you do and also share it. Share
Yeah.
it with other people
Right.
because you can be so friends, so good to some folks, good for them, good to them for years. And so what? It ain't no growth in them. They ain't no different than they was before. You can be good to one person, and the next thing you know, they done took off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It really did something
Mhm.
for them. So
Exactly.
that's
I
what I
I,
got.
definitely.
I agree.
And I definitely agree with that because I've seen it before. I'm like you, Lisa. It's the young people that I be looking at, and I always say, "Oh, you're doing such a good job." Da 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 da, and they be looking at you like, "What is this lady talking about?" But I see it, I because when I'm in the store, I notice people. It was an older man. It was a man on the chip aisle, and I probably shouldn't have been on the chip aisle, but I love my chips. And it was an older man on the aisle, he was stacking his chips, and I was with my son, and we was putting the stuff in the basket and stuff like that, and he was like, he was moving out the way from me. I said, "Oh no, 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 you're doing your job." And I said, "You're doing a really good job. We appreciate you." And he was like, "Thank you. You're looking really nice today." And I was like, "Oh, okay, okay." But just encouraging somebody,
Yeah.
because we all work hard every day. And if you don't have somebody telling you that you're doing a good job, even if it's not your boss, if it's a random person that you don't know anything about, and they give you those words of encouragement, they can send you on to the next thing. You just
Right.
never know what people need in that moment that you encounter them.
Right.
Yeah, my thing is you don't always know a person's mental state.
Right.
So just those few words could really just turn somebody's life around. It can really change their perspective on something.
Right.
Hello, Sweet Noise. Sweet Noise says, "Wow, such beauties." Thank
Thank
you. We
you, thank
appreciate.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for tuning in.
you.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so one thing that got me this week, it was two things actually. So it was I think she was not a Uber, but what was it? She was doing like not DoorDash. It was, I can't remember what it was, but it was like, "Hey, Dad." He said,
Good evening,
"Good
pastors.
evening."
Good evening.
Oh,
Good
Sweet
evening.
Noise says hi from Russia.
Hello,
Hi.
Thanks for
Russia.
tuning in.
Thank
Yes, thanks for
you.
tuning in Russia.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So yeah,
We
my biggest one was young MIA. Is she really pregnant, or was that like a Halloween prank?
I'm not sure. I saw the photo, but I'm not sure if she is. But also, why are people surprised? She's a female.
right. That's the part I didn't understand. Like, she's
Because she's a stud.
real. But
I
I mean,
mean,
here's
that's a
the thing.
persona.
I mean,
Okay, now if you're talking about a persona, okay, that's different. But I thought she liked girls, and when you with a
see,
girl, if you're
they
not
can still
necessarily,
have babies too, baby.
I
I've
understand
seen
that,
it
but
happen in
I guess
relationships.
it boils down to your sexuality.
I guess for me, I never, and this is the truth, even before I saw that photo, I never saw her as strictly dickly. Never saw her as that.
Oh,
Never.
really?
No, I never saw that for her.
Right.
Yeah, no.
I mean, as
I didn't
strictly
see that at all. Like I
women.
didn't see that for her.
I never saw her as strictly women. What I meant was the reverse of that. I never
Okay,
saw her
because
as
I
strictly
never saw
women.
her as strictly dickly. Like I never saw her liking dick. Like I didn't see that for her. I saw a stud.
Well, I know that she's a stud and she likes girls, but in my mind, who turning down? I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know who turning down. I'm just saying.
I
So
just didn't see
it's
that. That wasn't in my
going
thought
to
process.
be. I don't think any female is going to ever turn down penetration from the real deal. I'm just saying. So in my head, it's not abnormal. It's kind of like, yeah, okay. She
Okay.
went to the other side. She got a little something and came on back. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off
I mean,
because
it makes sense to me.
I wasn't expecting that from her. At all people, I wasn't expecting that from her. Because I've seen her in Miami before, and like I said, that's a stud, a bona fide stud with women on her entourage, like women around you, like all the time. So I definitely wasn't expecting that. But the
But
top story that got me was the black girl that was delivering groceries, and the white lady pulled up, parked the car, and said she.
Right.
That's the one
Yes.
that got me. I don't know if you have that one or
I
not,
do
but
have that one.
okay, you want to play it?
Hold on, let me get that one because that one was
That
crazy.
one got
That was
me.
bananas for me.
If you watch the whole video, the police even came and they were like, "Well, man, we're free to go." Like nothing even happened, but this woman just attacked me. This woman is coming towards my car. I
Right.
feel
A
threatened.
Karen. A
A
Karen.
bona fide Karen at
A
that.
bona fide Karen. She looks suspicious. You
Yeah.
look suspicious with them grandma shoes on.
But you just blocked me in like that, girl.
Why you gonna block me? How
And
you?
then you walking towards my car. Oh,
Exactly, and keep walking like they don't have no sense of boundaries. I'm keep telling you to back up, and you
Yeah.
steady walking towards me. It's another video like that about a Ken.
Yeah, it was definitely a Ken, and he got his butt whooped.
African American female, I'm supposed to be a robber. Ma'am, I have a degree in criminal justice. I have a degree in criminal justice. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like, lady, please. And I'm on the clock. I'm literally working for Instacart, sir. And I told her exactly where apartment I went in, and she is being very racist and very nasty. That's why I called police. Ma'am, do not step up here. I'm scared of her.
I was gonna say, I think you should be able to leave.
Yeah, she's blocking me in.
I know.
She won't let me leave, but I called the police, so they're on the way. So they're gonna make her leave regardless. And I may just press charges because I feel threatened. Like she walked up on my car. Ma'am, please stop. Ma'am, please back up. Can you please?
Gotta let her leave.
Oh, she didn't tell me she was with Instacart.
She just did.
I already did it in the beginning. So, come on, sir. You can look at the groceries in the back. I have another delivery. She's holding me up.
If you both want.
Back up, ma'am. Back.
Okay, what's y'all take on this? This is crazy.
That was
See,
ridiculous.
they like I said, the boundaries for me is the problem. Like you can't block me. I don't have to tell you what I'm doing in the first place.
That part, because if
don't
my
have to
skin
give you
tone
an
matched yours, if my
Exactly.
skin tone matched yours, it wouldn't be a problem.
Right.
You would have said, okay, you're Instacarter and going about your day. My bad. You know, you would have at least apologized or anything. But because she's a black woman, because she's African American, it's a problem. She's a robber. She's a thief. She's
But
stealing.
you know, it's crazy to me because first of all, I just thought it was weird. I mean, I see things a little off, but I thought it was weird that she had to mention her degree in criminal justice. Okay, but you still doing Instacart, so you don't have to justify that you're. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't justify anything. I ain't telling you,
You don't
nothing.
have to justify.
I'm not going into all of that
you're
detail with you.
Intelligent. I ain't going into all that either. That if I was her, I'd have been like, lady, if you don't move. First of all, if you don't move, you're not a police officer. You cannot obstruct my vehicle. You cannot obstruct my vehicle. I don't care if I ain't with Instacart. You can't.
You're harassing me. You're harassing me.
Exactly.
And I need you to move. And as soon as you step towards my car, anything, it's gonna be a problem. So you want to get an angry black woman? That's what you're gonna get today, Karen. Absolutely. You better move.
I'm telling you, we gotta
better move.
We gotta start meeting these Karens with Karen Nika. Because Karen Nika, baby, if she would have met me, I would have turned into Karen Nika. And I heard a girl turning into Karen Nika a little bit because she was like, oh, I feel threatened. Don't come near me. I feel that's right. Because that's what I would have did.
I feel like you're about to attack me.
I got PTSD. Baby, I would have had a whole case on her. I got PTSD. You done caused me to have a seizure.
Trauma.
Right. The whole
baby, I'm traumatized behind this.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm traumatized behind this. Thank you, Sweet Noise. Please subscribe to Stunner Radio. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, all the way from Russia.
So I, the video, it's crazy that you sent the video because I was just thinking today as I was leaving the grocery store, I encountered something that really threw me off. My feelings was hurt, but I wasn't mad. I just was thinking, what is happening that race relations feel like it's going backwards? Like what?
Right.
Black people, we've been here forever. We've been here forever. What is wrong with y'all? Now it seems like all of a sudden white people trying to get in an uproar in America. It's like we've been here forever.
Right. That part.
Why y'all going backwards?
Because they feel threatened. That's why they going backwards.
100% feel threatened. And it's ridiculous that
do y'all see it? Do y'all see the race relations just getting worse?
Absolutely. I definitely see it. And it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. And I don't know how to tell somebody else how to act, but I know how I am gonna act. I'm gonna act like Karenika. I'm gonna go ahead
Yes,
and
come on,
put
Karen.
it. You didn't ask me if I wanted to press any charges because she's
Right,
harassing me.
Right.
She's
right,
blocking me in. She damn near attacked me, and I have it on video. She got close.
Right. And I'm steady telling you to
right.
back up from my car. I don't first,
Don't approach me. Don't approach me.
right.
I don't have
Don't
to
approach me.
explain anything to you
I
because
don't have
you
to
are
tell
not an
you
officer.
nothing. I
Yeah,
don't have
you're
to
not
tell
an
you
officer.
nothing.
I don't have to
You
tell you
look
that I'm with
suspicious.
Instacart. I don't have to tell you that I have a degree in criminal justice. I don't have to
I'm
tell
not
you none
Right,
of
telling you
that.
none of that.
I need you to
right.
back up from my car. And if you don't, the police will go ahead and handle it. We're going to file a report today.
Exactly.
And I'm going to need you to pay for these groceries that have now been spoiled because they
Mhm.
have sat in my cart.
That part.
Baby, she would have
And
got
you
an
made me
invoice from
miss, you
me.
made me, yeah, you made me miss my next route. That's a problem too. Because now the
Yeah,
What
she
is
would.
groceries are
it?
spoiled.
Because you
Yeah,
tapping
she
into
would have got
the
an
truth.
invoice from me, honey. I would have sent her a nice little
Absolutely. I
invoice.
And
know
I
if the
think she
license
hit
plate
my
down.
car. I think she hit my car also.
Exactly. I
What?
think she touched it. I think
Yes. Her fingerprints are all
I
on the
think
hood.
she tapped it.
All on the hood.
Mike said, preach.
I think she touched my car.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I was like thrown
No.
aback by that. I was like, lady, like, you don't get to block me in because I look suspicious to you. I didn't know she was with Instacart. I don't care what you knew.
It's, yeah, you're not entitled to know.
That's the
Okay.
part. That's
I
the
don't
part
have
that
to
keeps me.
explain the Mimi Tata thing to you, baby.
That's the
I
part that
shouldn't
keeps
have
me.
to.
It's the sense of
Mike
Invoice
said,
and ass whooping.
invoice and an ass whooping.
right.
See, the ass
That
whooping, I would not have given her an ass whooping,
Right.
especially not on camera. But once that camera went off, what was that you were saying?
Yeah. And so I think,
You
and I
guys
think
see?
that's the reason. I think that's the reason why racism gets to where it is now, because Black people tend to react off of emotion. They tend to be rowdy and be like rah rah rah, and in that type of instance, that's not how you're supposed to handle that.
right.
You're
Well,
supposed
Exactly.
to
you
go
know,
a different way.
I agree with that, but I think the thing that people don't understand, and I know you understand, but a lot of people don't know how long we have dealt with this shit.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's annoying. Like when you deal with it, it take you back and you get angry because it's like, how long do we have to deal with this?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Look,
That part.
we are Americans. We born here. We didn't ask y'all to bring our ancestors from Africa to be slaves. Y'all did that on your own. Okay, we here now. Let us
Right.
be.
Yep.
And you
Let
know,
us
that
be.
leads me to what I was going to say at the end of the show, and I was going to tell y'all, we cannot stream live on Facebook tonight. We couldn't stream live on Facebook because Facebook blocked me because I put up a video for Black Men's Month. And on that video, a little slide, I showed a Black man being hung. I showed a lynching.
They blocked you for that. I saw that.
Because it was part of
Right.
they blocked me for that. So really? So did I make it up? No.
Maybe they taking
Did it
the
happen?
history. They
Yes.
taking the history out of school books. They taking slavery
Exactly.
history out of school. So they
How
don't
dare
want
you
that
make
to
it
be
to where
talked
we
about.
can't share it, to where
Yeah.
we can't show it? I had to
Right.
see that when I was a little girl. Don't tell me what is against community guidelines. Don't tell me what's offensive. Yes, it's offensive. It been offensive forever.
It was offensive when it was done.
That part. That part.
And
That's
it's
crazy.
offensive for you to feel like I can't acknowledge what happened to my people. That's offensive.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
And I think that's what Karen's and all these people got to understand. Leave us the hell alone. We've been through a lot. We've been through enough. Our ancestors been through a lot. We've been through a lot. You don't know what people had to endure already with racism.
And the nerve
When
of
you come in
these people,
somebody's
the
face.
nerve of them. Kay Davis moving said education starts at home. That's absolutely correct.
Right.
These Karens tend to really feel threatened and really want to go there. We all can go there. We all have words that we can use the correct way. You know what I mean? We can do that if that's what you want to do.
That's part. And Mike Man said these people have been binding us, and the youth today, everything in the books and lessons are made up.
Yep.
It's the
Yeah,
truth.
and Kay Davis said, when Jesus gonna fix it? Fix the problem. When Jesus gonna fix the problem? Well,
Because
well,
it's been going on for so long. It's been
I
going
don't
on.
That
know.
part. That part.
I don't know when Jesus gonna fix it, but I believe, I can only speak for Lisa Danae. Jesus told me to fix it. He told me if it's a problem in my area, I can go ahead and fix
Speak
it.
on it. Speak on
He
Go
told me
ahead
I
and
can go
fix
ahead and fix it. So
it.
I can only speak for me. So for all the Karens who might want to come to my area, look, I'm gonna call Jesus on for you after I fix it. That's how it's gonna work over here.
that part. I fixed it. Now let's pray.
Please.
And I'm gonna
We
call
don't
Jesus
need
for your
to.
healing.
Right.
Because off camera,
But
that's a different story.
Yeah,
Especially if you,
yes, absolutely.
especially if you're approaching me.
that's the part that kills me is they're so bold to approach you.
Go ahead.
The
Go right ahead,
boundaries
because you got the
of
right
being
black woman
feminine
today. You got the right black woman today, because I'm gonna
on the
give you
right
a few
day.
words on your same level that you can comprehend. And if you don't, or if you're not receptive to that, then we can go ahead and put the phone down, because that's a different story.
Right. That
Yeah,
part.
yeah. I just think that it's sad because even if the girl was a criminal, first of all, if she was a criminal, what you gonna do blocking her?
That
What you
part,
gonna
that's
do?
the part I didn't understand. Like,
Who
if
are
she was a
you?
criminal, if she had a weapon, you wouldn't even be still standing there
She would
to
have shot you. She
who?
could have shot you. That black woman could have shot you. In the state of Texas, in a lot of other states, it's legal to carry a gun with or without a license.
Right,
So
That
you
part.
might want to be careful with
That
what you're doing.
right, right. I think it's sad because I think what is happening, we all know what's happening. You can look around you and see what's happening. What's happening
Exactly.
is they're becoming the minority. You see
Say
less and
that
less
again.
white people. You see more brown people, black people. You see more people of color. And I understand how they probably feel. They probably feel like they're taking over. Well, how you think we feel?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How you think we feel? So, I mean, that's how we've been feeling forever.
Yep,
So,
I agree.
hey,
That part.
you made this bed. You brought us over here. You made the bed. Now you got to lay in it.
But you don't have a lot of black people that are going to stand up and say something either. You have a lot of black people that will really sit there and wait on the police without recording or anything and just go about their day. No, we're gonna escalate this. You fooling with me.
Exactly.
We need to, you didn't ask me if I want to press charges. We need to escalate, baby, because she's harassing me at this point.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And I feel threatened. I feel like she might
Absolutely.
follow me home. I feel like I don't know what's gonna
Whole
happen.
lot of-
That's a good point that you make, because we do have to stand up as black people. We can't just be okay with it. You know, I had an example of taking my son to swimming class, and when I was signing him up, there was a little white boy or Asian, I can't remember, in front of him. The instructor asked him what his name was and how old he was. She gets to my son and totally don't even look at him and look at me. What's his name? I said, ask him.
Correct.
You just ask that other little boy. Don't disregard him. He's standing right here. You ask him.
Right.
You
That
just
part.
asked the other little. Oh, I said no. Don't do that. Don't do that. You just
Making
asked this other little boy. Now
That's
you
true.
get to my son and ask me. He can speak for himself. What makes you think he can't speak for himself? And she, oh, I didn't mean it like that. I don't care. That's what you did.
Yeah, but we're gonna
That's
correct
what you
it.
did.
We're gonna correct the problem right
Yeah,
now.
and we corrected. I said, now you speak to him. And then after it was over, I went to her supervisor as well. And I said, you need to have a talk with her. She needs to
Yeah, we're gonna
understand that
escalate
clearly
that.
she has a bias. Because first of all, my son was older than the other kid. So how you gonna ask me when you asked the other kid directly? And the
Right.
supervisor was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have a talk with her. I know you are, because I'm paying too much money. I know you are. Because if you
Right.
don't have a talk with her, I'm gonna go to your supervisor.
Hello, we're gonna escalate this. I need to
Right,
talk
we
to your
gonna-
supervisor. Matter of fact, who owns this place?
Exactly. That is always my question. Though,
Who is the where is the owner?
who is your boss?
Yes.
Who signs your paycheck?
And
Oh my God.
and Kay Davis is right. They are not the minority in control, but they're controlling all. They are controlling all of the resources. So where do Black people come in? Where do they come in at?
Well, they're not controlling all the resources as much as they used to be, because see,
Yeah.
Black people are getting smart. Black people are buying up land. Black people are getting into oil and gas. Black people are getting into technology and data services, into environmental studies. Black people are getting into medicine and big pharma. These are the areas that they try to keep us out of: technology, pharmaceuticals, land, environmental, oil and gas.
But
Now
my thing,
we're
but
getting
my
into,
thing,
and they try to keep us out of cannabis. Baby, we've
yeah,
been
but
in cannabis, so you can't keep us out of that.
this is my point. My point is that you have a handful of Black people doing this versus they all doing this.
Well, we got to start
All of the White
somewhere.
people doing it.
We got to start somewhere. And yes, they all are doing it. And the reason why it's only a handful of us is because the rest of us are sleepwalking. We zombies. We worried about,
Looking
buying
like
the
celebrities,
new
looking like
drip.
rappers.
Yeah, we worried about buying a new drip or getting a baby mama or a baby daddy or whatever. And unfortunately, it takes some of us other people to help wake us up so that we can control some of the resources. But right now, most of our people sleepwalking, and all we can do is try to ring the alarm or wake them up. That's all we can do.
That's true.
Wake up. It's kind of like school days. Remember when they went into the yard and all them people were asleep in their dorms, and he said, "Yes, wake up, people, wake up and pay attention. Pay attention."
Kate Davis said, "What they getting into? Wow, I bought gas from a Black man today. Not, yeah."
Yeah, I mean, maybe you didn't buy gas from a Black man today, but if you was in Georgia, you would have.
Yeah,
I mean, we got to start somewhere, because if you go to Atlanta, everything Black. Chocolate City, everything Black.
In Atlanta, compared to other states, why don't we have more?
Right.
Well,
why don't we have more?
Because the mentality is different.
In Houston,
is different.
You're gonna go to a gas station and it's nothing but Pakistanis or Indians that own those places. It's a certain type of culture that owns certain things. Like,
well, the mentality is different though, and
the mentality is different. I have to agree with you.
That's the only thing we have to know is that I appreciate places like Atlanta, like even Chicago in some areas, where Black businesses support each other. They don't make up excuses like, oh, they don't have the thing I want, so I'm gonna go across town. No, they support each other. It ain't even like that in Houston yet. It's getting there, but in Houston, it's all about convenience. Well, it's closer to me down the street, so I'm gonna go there. Other people, they will go all the way across town to support somebody, and that's just the way it is. And unfortunately, we don't have it like that yet in Texas. Hopefully, it'll get there, but it ain't like that.
So unfortunate.
Okay, David said, "Little mama, sad Black folks on the rise." What?
I think he's saying Black folks on the rise, but he's also saying what? I don't know, but I don't know if Black folks are on the rise everywhere. I do feel like Black people are waking up. I do feel like Black people are getting more educated in finances, even in spirituality. A lot of these Black churches are shutting down. Why? Because you're not going to have me giving my tithes and offering to somebody who don't work, who been building a building for 40 years with this building fund, and we still got the same building, who riding around in a double R, and I'm riding around in a okay. So Black people are waking up, and it ain't
Yeah,
nothing
right,
against
right.
spirituality, but it's something against pimping in the pulpit. And that's part of the things that a lot of Black people have been held back by, is all these residual effects of slavery, like over religious. Y'all know the slave master was the first one who quoted the Bible to the slaves.
Absolutely.
So getting us in check using the Bible is nothing new. It's just modern day slave mastering and pimping. But to me, I feel like Black people are getting better. I feel like Black people are rising up. And that's the reason why we are celebrating. Let me get to the topic that we should have been talking about from the very beginning. But we go around the corner to get where we're going. We're celebrating Black Men's Month. Now, let me just say why we're celebrating Black Men's Month. So, myself, Lisa Dene, your girl, started Black Friday years ago as Black Men Appreciation Day. And I was thinking it was going to catch on. Y'all, let's not shop on Black Friday. Let's recognize our men. Let's encourage our men. Let's make it Black Men's Day. They was looking at me like, what? Girl, bye. These niggas ain't shit. We ain't recognizing them for what? They ain't worth it. They ain't worthy. I got so much backlash, so much feedback. And I was like, should I stop doing Black Men's Day? Nah.
No.
What I'm going to do is turn it into a whole month.
So yeah, because a lot of people really don't even know. A lot of people don't even know what Black Friday signifies.
And they don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah, that, and they don't care.
And they don't care because they are bought into this commercial lifestyle that we live. And people, and let me just say this too. When I first started doing the Black Men's Day, I got more negative feedback from Black men, which shocked me, because I was like, don't y'all want a day? But they was kind of like, what is this for? What is this for? Why you want to recognize us? What we got to do? You want me to do something? Is it something for sale? I got to buy something. I was like, oh my God, no. I'm just saying this is a day we're going to set aside to uplift, encourage, and, honor our men. So I just feel like Black people cannot rise if we continue to dishonor each other.
That part.
That's true.
And that's why we're celebrating
Black Men's
Month. Hey, David says our homosexuals included. Okay, so for those who don't know, homosexuals are people who need a place to live. So they become your man. They become your man.
Yes.
So they can have a place to live. And yes, they are. If they Black, they included. Because here's the thing. It's a reason why a lot of people are in the state they in. We could talk about them, even somebody as messed up as Kanye West, even people who do things that we don't like. It's a reason for all of it. We all have been scarred. We have a lot that we have been through. Even men who bash women, it's a reason for that.
Right. It comes from somewhere. It stems from somewhere.
Exactly. A lot of men saw their mama strung out on crack, saw their mama bringing different men in and out the house. I mean, and they supposed to grow up and respect women? How?
Right.
I think they should, but I'm just saying, how?
Right. It's a lot to work through.
It's a lot to work through. So to me, I feel like, dear Zoe, Raz, and Tanisha, dang, I just forgot about me. All right, Sweet Noise. He said, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to the other two. You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
No.
But anyway, as we're getting to close to the end of our episode, I would like to take this time for you guys to recognize the Black men in your life that you feel like have made the most impact.
I'll go first. My grandfather, IT. He could never really. He called me Denisha. He could never say Tanisha, but he did call me Denisha. It was close. It was close enough. Um, Very resilient man. He worked in the steel yard, and he took care of his family. So I see a lot of that hard work and resilience in my cousin JL, my brother Quinston, and I appreciate how much they bring to the joy and excitement they bring to my life on a daily basis. My cousin JL, he instead of saying he love you, I love you, he said I love you black. So he's all about black people. So um of course he started his own company about being a black person. So yeah, those are the people who are instrumental in being a black man, the example of being a black man. Mhm.
Yes.
For me.
All right. All right. You want to go, Zoe? You want me to go?
Okay, yeah, I'll go. It's fine. So something major, like first of all, my dad is who I'm gonna dedicate this to. Um, One thing that he has always done is pretty much held me accountable. So he used to tell me the decisions and choices that you make today will follow you for the rest of your life. And that's something that really stuck with me, rather if it was good or bad. He holds you accountable for things that you do in your life, and he's very knowledgeable, and he's dependable, and that's something that you look forward to have in your corner.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, I guess I'm always the oddball because I mean, for me to make black men who've made an impact, in my life, it's a lot of black men that I don't even know that made an impact in my life. So first, I'm gonna start with the ones that I know, and then I'm gonna start with the ones that I don't know, but they still made an impact in my life. So of course, my dad is always the one man that has made the most impact in my life, the most. Okay, my dad is just always been an example of strength, courage, resilience,
Mm-hmm.
arrogance. you know, and I'll tell this to him. He knows he's arrogant. But one thing about it is because when I was a little girl, every report card from first grade to seventh grade said that about me. She's a good student, but she's arrogant. And I used to think arrogant was a pretty word. I thought it was a compliment until my dad told me, he was like, I hate to tell you, they're not complimenting you. They trying to say you think more highly of yourself than you should. And he told me that's okay though, because I'm arrogant too. And I was like, okay, so I'll be arrogant. And so my dad has always gave me my swag. He's given me my stubbornness, my strong spirit, my can't hear the word no attitude. No, don't even compute with me. If
Mm-hmm.
somebody say no, you can't do it, I don't even understand that. It's like a foreign language to
Yeah,
me.
right.
So I got all that from my dad. In addition to that, my brother, oh my God, my oldest brother, he is so important to me. He's always been my protector. My brother used to get beat up behind my body shape. When I was a little girl, I was always shaped like boom pow. And my brother used to stand up for me like, don't look at my sister like that. Get away from my sister. He took so many fights on because of me. So I love my brother. My other brother, my little brother, he used to just be a nugget head, but I love him. I still love him. And he had an impact on my life because I had to be like a mom to him. So that was
Mm-hmm.
my first role of learning how to mother, you know. And then my three sons. My three
Mhm.
sons are the world. Like they have changed me. I became different because after every birth of my
Mm.
sons, because they brought something different to my life. My son Khalil, he's just always been so smart and so know it all, and so clever and so witty. My son Augustine, he's just so lovable and always wanting to give me hugs and always wanting to, help me out, make my bed if I forget to make my bed. Just so loving. Then my son Ezekiel. Oh my God. I don't have no favorites. But if
Let's start with
I
that
did,
one.
he is so special to me. He is like a little me. And that's a good and a bad, because the bad parts of me are elevated in him. I'll be like, oh my God. And the good parts too. But and then even my grandson. So I'm surrounded by men. My grandson Malcolm. Oh my God, Malcolm is just so wonderful. He's so loving and so sweet and so smart and so determined. He don't know what no mean either. He has no idea what no mean. You tell him no, he look at you like, who you talking to? So he's only 3 years old and he's had a great impact on my life. But now I got to talk about the men that have impacted my life that they don't know me and I don't know them. I know them, but they have never met me. I've never met them. Starting with Marvin Gaye. When I was a little girl, when I heard Marvin Gaye's voice, my life changed. I swear to you, my whole life changed. I was about 10 years old when I first heard Marvin Gaye sing. And I felt like an angel had come to earth. And I mean, he made my life better. He made the sun shine brighter. The sky was bluer. Food tastes better. Everything was better when I heard that man's voice. He has such an impact on my life. And so I just loved him. I loved him so much. He passed away when I was about 12. And I swear to you, I don't feel like my life has ever been right. It's always been something missing. Of course, my friend Ken was murdered. He made a huge impact on my life. He showed me how strong a man can be when you're raising kids. He was a single dad. I mean, when I tell you my list goes on and on and on, I don't even think we have time to talk about my list, because my list goes on and on and on. And that's the reason why I wrote this book, and you knew it was coming. This is a book of poetry that I dedicated to Black men. Go get it. It's on Amazon. It's called Undeniable Magnificence. I read it. I wrote it in 2016. I dedicated it to the men that I do know and some men that I don't know. And I just feel like Black men are like the most wonderful creation that I've ever known. And unfortunately, they don't know that. So that's the reason why it's so important to me that we acknowledge them and that we tell them how special they are.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I could go on and on, but we ain't got time.
Yes. So it's very important that we do celebrate them, because they don't always receive that recognition or that praise.
Yeah. And so that's why we dedicated a whole month to them.
Absolutely.
To be able to give them their flowers now.
Exactly.
The month of November is for men, dedicated to men.
And can we talk about the fine ones like Idris Elba? Oh my God! Can we talk about Denzel Washington?
You talking about the foin ones or the foin ones, see, baby?
Can we talk about the fine ones, like the fine ones, and the young tenders like Trey Songz, like
yes,
Jacob Lattimore, like Raheem Devon.
Oh my God,
it's a lot of them.
My God.
The list goes on.
The list goes on.
The list goes on and on.
And on and on and on.
I guess y'all ain't got no fine ones to talk about.
Oh, those are my fine ones right there. Did you just list it? Idris Elba.
I named all your fine ones. Okay.
Idris Elba, Raheem Devon. Who else is it that Trey Songz is one of mine. The Rock.
Oh, y'all.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson, you talking about? Yeah. Dwayne.
Right. So, yeah, those are my fine ones right there. Raheem Devon is the top one, though.
Wesley Snipes.
I just saw he like Zoe, like, why you playing? Zoe, like, why you playing?
I just want to see if y'all was still woke.
Yeah, wait, don't worry about that. I'm up. I like Michael B. Jordan though.
Michael B. Jordan is fine.
He is fine. He that's a fine brother.
Hey, David say this turning into a thirsty conversation. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Exactly. No,
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Talking about the fine men, like the fine.
But yeah, it's been great, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. I guess we can jump on. Take this tea to go.
Take this tea to go. So, the tea I have to go is if you are a friend to somebody or you in your friend circle, always play your role and be a true friend. And like Lisa said, don't let nobody change you. Don't be trying to play a role that you didn't sign up for. Be that friend that person needs in that moment and at all times. So that's my tea to go.
That one was for me. Definitely.
Well.
Yeah. Well, my take this tea to go is to love your Black men. You know, this month is dedicated to all Black men out there. Make sure you love them, give them their flowers while they're here, and be thankful for the ones that you do have in your corner.
Absolutely.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I'm going to say, Kay Davis made me think about something. I'm going to say, I had a different take this tea to go. But I'm going to say this, take this tea to go. He said, brag about the man at your house. I'm going to say this. Ain't no man in my house. But I'm going to brag about the ones that used to be at my house. I'm going to brag about my ex-husbands. Because, I talk a lot about the bad about my ex-husbands. I never bring up the good. So I'm going to take this opportunity to brag about my first husband. It's hard to find something, but he did have some good attributes. Now let me just be real and be honest. He was always ahead of my needs. Before I ran out of stuff, he would buy a new. I have this face cream that I use. Before I ran out of that face cream, he'd have another one in the bathroom already ready for me. He was always ahead of my needs. Anything I needed, he had it there for me before I even thought about it. Now, he was an asshole too. But as far as the good, he was good in that. He was always there to give. He was about that giver, honey. Them gifts was on point. Husband number one, you know who you are. Thank you for that. I'm gonna recognize the good because I always talk about the bad. Husband number two, boy, you could cook that Jamaican food. Oh my God, it changed my whole life. And you wasn't bad in some other areas too. You did the damn thing. I'm gonna leave it at that. But yes, I'm gonna brag on you a little bit because you was a good father. You was a really good father, and that's about it. I tried. That's about it for you.
I tried.
Husband number three, let me say, husband number three, you were the best out of all of them at being a father. Like, you really stood in the gap for me, and only one of the children was yours. So when you did that, you showed me something. You showed me that you don't have to be biologically linked to a child to love a child. And you loved them. You loved them all. And I got to give you your flowers for that. You may never hear this, but I just want to be, be able to give you your flowers in the fact that you was a good father to these boys. And you did not have to be. And one was sick. And you was always there at the hospital, at the appointments, at the physical therapy. And that's something that I can never, ever take from you. You cheated your ass off on me. But as far as the kids, You did the damn thing. You did the damn thing. So I got to give you your flowers on that. And thank you, Kay Davis, for bringing it up, because you know what? Sometimes it's easy to brag on strangers, and sometimes it's hard to give flowers to the person that's right next to you, the person that, you know, that sometimes all you can see is the bad. So thank you for bringing that up. I had to give flowers to the exes. I don't know if y'all ever hear this, but don't never say, I don't never say nothing good about your ass. That's my
I
take.
think I'm gonna give. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give Mike his flowers when we come back on Saturday. It's still November, so I'll give my Mike his flowers next week.
She said, "I'm gonna give y'all something to look forward to."
Absolutely.
All right, we got something to look forward to for next week. Now, y'all know we got to come back with some tips on proper behavior for Thanksgiving. We're going to get y'all right on together.
Yes.
We're going to get y'all right on together before y'all. Yeah.
Whole list of proper
Y'all
etiquette.
not going to come with the shiggity this year.
Okay. Not 10 to-go plates.
No.
If you can't cook, don't cook. Don't cook. Don't try new recipes for Thanksgiving.
No, not on me.
Don't do it.
Don't try nothing on me.
Don't
No,
get in
ma'am.
the kitchen at this one time. Stay
Absolutely not.
on the sideline.
We
don't
got a whole
not.
list for y'all coming next week. We're gonna get you together. Proper etiquette for the holidays. We talking Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, because y'all know New Year's Day. We're gonna give y'all a whole list of how y'all need to behave properly.
Yes.
Okay, it's the girlfriend's destination, y'all, and I hope y'all enjoying it. And we're gonna leave you with a little poem. I'm gonna leave you with the poem that got me banned from Facebook, and y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. And we will see y'all next week. Hope it don't give me banned from YouTube.
The earth, moon, and stars are in your eyes. No matter what they say, I will not believe their lies. They hung you from trees and put you behind bars. Now they mock you and knock you because of your scars. They recruit me to use me, your right hand, to stand against you and make you feel less than a man. But you are a man, fashioned in the image of the Most High. I see the earth, the moon, and the stars in your eyes.